And welcome back, everybody. I want to make sure if you can hear me, if you are in chat and you can hear me, say so. I've got my mics are on. I always have to check this. You guys are, you know the drill. You guys know this. Welcome back to another episode of Anime Show. Right up there. Again, I'm looking at nothing because that's the ceiling right above me. But you know, since I've got graphics here, it looks really cool. Hey guys, all right, welcome back. I am Abner. You guys know who I am. If you don't know who I am, my name is Abner. I am the host of Anime Show. We're gonna have a lot of fun tonight. Vic, I see you there. I see you in chat. Welcome, buddy. Welcome to the show. Oh, hey guys. Hey Jay. Welcome. Hey guys. Glad to have you on board here for tonight's show. This is episode 26 of Anime Show. I know we've been it's been kind of a took a break for a little bit, and then some other stuff happened, had to take care of some things, but now we are back to stream again, so looking forward to some cool stuff. If you haven't yet subscribed, go ahead and subscribe. There's that subscribe button down in the YouTube thing, and hit the little bell thingy, the ring-a-ding-ding, the Yura ring dong dance. No, don't. You guys know what I'm talking about. Hit the little bell for notifications when episodes and content get sent out to the internet. And then, of course, as we do with every single one, at least for the last several episodes, we have our Starbucks. Does everybody have their snacks for tonight? You got your drinks and beverage of choice. Again, Starbucks. This is store number 371 nearby here. Unofficially sponsoring us. I told them, and I told them before. They said, "Yeah, go ahead. You can talk about us on your stream." I said, "All right, cool." So they did provide me with this very large coffee beverage. This is a what am I having here? A blonde vanilla latte. So I'm caffeinating myself here. And of course, it goes without saying that there is a bag down here next to me, which has a Choco Coronet. Choco Coronet is right in here. It's a chocolate croissant, but you know what I'm talking about. All because I mean, we can't have one without Rimirin nearby, at least in spirit. All right, so again, episode 26 of Anime Show. Starbucks is sponsoring unofficially. Of course, we are still not officially, unofficially, or otherwise sponsored by Bushiroad. Wouldn't that be cool? But anyway, before we get to the stuff, I know I told a lot of you guys a month or so ago, back in April, mid-April, I did go to SakuraCon. You got a whole bunch of stuff. Yes, I did wear. I was decked out. I had the sweatshirt on. I had this shirt underneath. I've got the lanyard, right? Also threw in the little puppy button there. Of course, there's my badge from SakuraCon. You guys can see it there. There. It's probably reversed, but that was my badge from SakuraCon. That was so much fun. It was 3 days. I was only it was a Friday, Saturday, and Sunday show. And I think they had preview night or something along those lines on Thursday. Or at least you can go there, and they had some stuff that was up in the dealer's room. You can check out kind of a preview night. Officially started on Friday and then went Friday, Saturday, Sunday. 3 days. 24 hours of just programming. Not so much panels, but they had a lot of the video rooms were open. They were showing episodes of this and that and pretty much anything you can imagine. I went on Saturday. That was the only day I was able to go, that I could take some time off. And I got to tell you, it was so much fun. I think I posted some pictures on my Instagram, a couple pictures on Instagram, some on Twitter. I had planned originally to post more as I went through the con, but as it turns out, and I think I mentioned this on Twitter. Oh, Stuka, hey Stuka, nice to have you on board. I'm giving my SakuraCon report, so you're just in time. So as it turned out, most of the time that I spent was it ended up this way. I spent about an hour and a half wandering through the dealer's room. Lots of stuff. Oh my God. I think if I had a couple $1,000, I would have bought lots of things there. As it turned out, I only bought a couple of things, which I have. So I managed to pick these up. These were $6 a piece. So I got this. This is the box there. That's one of them. And Kasumi, of course. And of course, I had to get the one that had Yukina in it. And when I opened them, I got, drum roll please, in one of them, they're keychains. So I did get Kasumi, I got Arisa, Kasumi. That was in the Kasumi box. So Kasumi begat Arisa. Oh no, I'm sorry. Let me back up. This is one of the key holders that I got from way back from Bushiroad. That goes along with this Arisa. So I had these on my backpack, right? So I was wandering around. These were hanging off the straps in the backpack. The key holders that came in the boxes. So from this one, I got too overexcited. So from this one came, jajan! I got a Kasumi, and then from this one, from Yukina, I got, jajan! I got Lisa, Imai Lisa. Not bad. I mean, I would have liked to have gotten a Yukina, because yes, why not? But I ended up with Lisa and Kasumi, so not too bad. There were other ones I could have easily spent some more. They're $6 a piece, but you know, it's kind of on a budget. But anyway, so as I was saying, I spent about an hour and a half or so wandering the dealer's room, checking out basically the whole layout of the place, and having a lot of fun watching all the cosplayers. Lots of course Naruto, lots of My Hero Academia. Who else did they have floating around for? There were a bunch of Full Metal Alchemist in the uniforms. I didn't see anybody as Edward or Alphonse. I may not have looked hard enough. I'm sure they might have been there, but I did not catch them. I did see somebody did tell me later on, and I thought I saw as I was in one of the nearby rooms. I looked out the door and I thought I saw Pario, and I thought, oh, maybe I just imagined it. Maybe it's some other character with multicolored hair. And as it turns out, later on, as I was following some feeds on Twitter, somebody did say there was a patio cosplay floating around. So I happened to miss that one. Anyway, but so as I said, about an hour and a half wandering the dealer's room. The rest of the time, the rest of the 10 hours that I spent total from beginning till when I went home to catch the ferry back to my place, I spent in the open mic karaoke room. So if that's going to tell you anything about how I spent SakuraCon, it was mostly there. So I think when I go next year, I will make sure that I take actually all 3 days. So one day will be spent doing panels and whatnot, just roaming around, dealer's room, whatever, everything else. And then one day, full day spent in the karaoke open mic. So I think that's the plan. That's the plan for next year. So that's my SakuraCon report. It's a really cool show. That was my first time. I know that Stuka and Jay have been there a couple times in the past. They weren't able to make it this time. I can't remember. Did you guys say you've been there at least twice, 2 or 3 times? Anyway, so I'm hoping now that things are coming back to where people can attend. I'm hoping they bring it back for that's coming back for next year. Tickets are already on sale, or registration's already on sale. I will be registering because I plan to go next year. So that is the SakuraCon report. So let's get going to the show now, which means that oh yeah, it was a lot of fun. Hopefully you guys can make it next year. I think it'll be a blast with I tried to have as much fun for one person having fun for 3 people. More like 3 or 4 years in. Oh, okay. So you guys know the drill for SakuraCon. I would have loved to have gone there 3 or 4 years in a row. That was my first official full-on anime convention. I had been to conventions in the past that were not necessarily geared toward anime per se. There were sci-fi conventions that had elements. They were sci-fi conventions that also had a lot of panels dedicated to Robotech, as well as Star Trek and Star Wars, of course. But there was one convention that I guess might have been close to an anime convention, although at the time it was specifically geared toward, it was a full Robotech convention. So they had a couple of the voice actors from the show come be the guests of honor on 2 separate occasions that I went. So all the programming had to do with Robotech. The American show, the American version of Macross, and then so there was a lot of anime themed items at the con. I was able to buy a bunch of stuff for Dirty Pair, some other things. I think there was a whole bunch of Studio Ghibli that I remember there. There was lots of manga, but the primary focus was on Robotech. And in this case, SakuraCon seems to be everything and anything having to do with anime, manga, the whole shebang. So that was also Japanese culture. There was, I think there were a bunch of panels having to do with the samurai, some various festivals and traditions that are prominent in Japan. I have the schedule floating around somewhere here in my room, but maybe next time I'll pick it up and say, hey, this is what they had. They had a panel on X, Y, and Z. But yeah, so hopefully next year, when I'm not in karaoke, I will partake in some of those cultural events there at SakuraCon. So something to look forward to next time. So that is our report on SakuraCon. So let's get ourselves to our next segment, which, as we all know, is all right. Did everybody get that seeping into their pores? Just soak it in, right? Soak in. You need to soak that the intro Get the la la las in there as well. And then with that, let us also take our little moment of zen, as we have in the past. Come join me. And thank you again, Aimi, for that little bit of peace and quiet and solitude here in this crazy world that we live in. Incidentally, as most of you know, Aimi was not exactly out of service, but she was out for a month, having to take care of some health stuff. They weren't very specific, so she did what she had to do. She was out for a month and then came back. Probably getting whatever rest that she needed, so we're glad to have her back, and to see that she is in good health. Our latest Team Y video has the three of them jumping around on trampolines, so go have a look there. She seems to be doing just fine. I did find it kind of interesting that in the video, Aimi and Mikoron are both, it's the three of them, the three SHIYOU sisters, what they like to call themselves, are at a trampoline park, or one of those places where there's a bunch of trampolines all over the place, and people jump around, jump up and get down, jump. I'm done. Crisscross something. Not even gonna go there. Okay, so yeah, they're at a trampoline park or whatever activity center, and I found it interesting in a video. I'll link it to the description at the end of the show. So this latest episode of Team Y has them at a trampoline park activity center, and I found it interesting that Aimi and Mikoron both are dressed for the activity. They're wearing sweats. They've got t-shirts, they've got sweatpants, no sneakers because everybody's wearing socks, and they're just ready to get grungy. And then in comes Arisa. She's dressed in nice clothes. She's got a nice pair of jeans, very baggy, but still, not something that I'm going to go traipsing through and getting sweaty in. And she's got a nice pink blouse on. Now, I don't know if she meant to do that or if they didn't tell her where they were going. I would have thought they would have told her. And it did seem, it wasn't very clear at the very outset. She was just having fun anyway, but I thought it was really funny. She's all dressed kind of nice, and then the two of them are in grungy clothes. So anyway, go have a look at that video. It was a lot of fun. There's a lot of snorful chortles through it. I laughed myself silly. Incidentally, I did just find out, I will find this video and link it for you guys in the description down there. Apparently, Aimi used to not be very good at Mario Kart. She and Chiharun would play. Chiharun would kick her butt mercilessly, and then kind of make fun of her, that saying, why do you even bother to play? And Aimi would cry that she was not very good at Mario Kart. And apparently, because of those incidences, she started practicing and getting a lot more serious. So now, when the two of them play, they can actually, give each other a run for their money. So, because of that, it's all due to Chiharun. It's all her fault. After all, what are sisters for if not to help you level up, right? Isn't that what they do? Isn't that what they do in anime anyway? You've got your rival that helps you level up. It's in everything that I've seen, at least in a lot of the idol anime that I apparently seem to be watching, which we will get to in the anime segment of tonight's show. So let's get to some more stuff for Bandor appreciation time. Let's see, what have I got here? Oh yeah, so it's been it looks like it's been 155 days at last count since we last saw Jennifer-chan. At least that's from my count. If you have a different count, please tell me. We'll reset the counter and continue with that there. Lots of stuff came on sale or is coming up. As you know, we just know that Rosen Horizon is the new mini album from Roselia, and those girls have been doing a kick-ass. If you guys have not seen the video yet, go check it out. It's freaking amazing. I just love what they did with the visuals. Some special effects were in there, and of course, anyway, incidentally, as of the 25th of this month, just a few days ago, Rose and Horizon hit the number 6 spot on the Billboard Japan chart. So yay, go for them, man. That's pretty impressive, I think, hitting number 6, and it just went on sale on the 18th of May. So within a few days' time, they hit number 6. Good for them. All right, so I do believe that Morphonica just released a new. I think it's a new single is out within the last couple of weeks. Aimi's One Man Live. I Mean It is out on Blu-ray now. And yes, exactly that. I Mean It is out on Blu-ray. And since we are showing her plush, we just need to show the Arisa plush. Okay. Are you creeped out yet? Anyway, so that is out. I think it came out about the same time as Rosen Horizon did, or within a couple of days. So lots of things to buy. If you haven't bought it yet, I would recommend go buy it. I'm planning to at some point. But of course, the big deal that's coming out on the 22nd of June is the 9th Live Complete box set. Ha! Huge. There's going to be a lot of stuff in there. And I think it's something like, it's the last time I looked on it on the Bushiroad site, it was something like $200 US. It was either $200 or $300 US. Ha! I might have to, my birthday's coming up. I may just have to splurge some money and buy it for my birthday. Because, it's important. It's research, right? I'm going to call it that. I'm going to go with that. And that's my story. That's the hill I'm going to die on, guys. $300 for research for the 9th Live Complete. And speaking of lives, Roselia just had their 2-day live. I think it was last week, the 21st and 22nd of May. Of course, again, at Fuji Q, Highlands. It was Vice, Clee, and Rose, 2-day live. I think it was simulcast in theaters in Japan, but I don't remember that it was streamed like on live stream on Pia, which is one of the places that they use for streaming outside of Japan. It was just I think it was just streamed into theaters, and I'm hoping at some point they will release a DVD of that as part of something. Pardon me. We'll hydrate a little bit. So because that would have been fun to see. That was a 2-day show, and then they're gonna have another live. I think their solo live is gonna be in September. I thought I had the date written down. I guess I don't. Yes, and then some coffee. So they're gonna have their live in September, and of course, the other folks having a live is Reza Swelen and Morphonica. They're gonna have this month in June 18th and 19th. So June 18th is going to be Mythology Chapter 2, and if you remember, Mythology was part of that 4-day was part of the 9th Live. It was Popipa, Roselia, Roz, and Morphonica. So Monica and Roz are going to do Mythology Chapter 2, and then Roz is going to have a solo live on the 19th called Overkill. Again, everything's going to be at Fuji Q. Man, that place is getting a lot of business from them. Hey, if they'll pack it just like some of the footage I've seen in the past, more power to them. And of course, there was also something on the Bang Dream Twitter that said that there's going to be a special live showing of Andante, which is an earlier Monica show. That's going to be after, I think it's going to be after one of the, it's going to be after the, oh yeah, it's on 6/2, so next Thursday, it's going to be after Bandori TV Live, or somewhere in that same broadcast, they're going to be showing Andante, and I didn't quite see if it was going to be the full thing. Maybe it's afterwards. Maybe instead of the an episode of Bang Dream, they're going to show the concert. Something. I'm sure they'll have more information about that, or some information must have been from the last Bandori Live, which happened to feature, of course, 3 out of 5 Roselia members: II, KDHR, Kudoharu, and Meguchi. Incidentally, speaking of the last couple of Bandori TV lives, I do believe within the last 3 weeks, Kudoharu has a hat trick, because I think she's been in the last 3 Bandori TV lives as a host or co-host or what have you. So hat trick for her. I think somebody on Twitter pointed out that was a hat trick for her, like consecutive. Although they did also say that they believe, and I do believe this is the case, II has the longest running number of appearances on Bandori Live. I can't confirm, can neither confirm nor deny. I may have to do a check myself. Sure, why not? Right? Because I mean, it's all for the good of II. We'll get to II next. But speaking of, Morphonica is going to have their little live segment or live special on YouTube on 6/2. And speaking of Morphonica. And thank you, Aya Neru. You're gonna find I'm gonna feature her a little bit more because there's been some fun things I've found out about Aya Neru that I think is freaking hilarious. Some of it also ties in with something I found out about Yuri in a specific segment of one of the Bandori talks. I think it was a Bandori Live, or maybe one of their little Bandori specials. I'll get to that in an upcoming episode. I won't give away too much right now. So wait for that in an upcoming episode. More secrets of Ayaneru. So we'll go from there to. I hope that's what you sounded like at open. I hope so too. I think it went very well. I hope you mean not the singing. Oyu-chan's singing, not the screaming. I wasn't going for death metal kind of screaming metal type of song. Although I suppose I could find something along those lines. So let's go ahead and do, just because I'm going to, let's go visit our favorite second floor jumper. Yahoo! Everybody, it's Kokoron. Yay, Kokoron. We all love Kokoron because we all want to jump out of a second story window and land exactly the way she did. And so, since Kokoron struck a pose, we're going to have somebody else strike a pose. The best pose, I think, although I could be biased, is of course the II pose, which leads us into our next segment that we know is called Cho Seiyu Sanjo, otherwise known as
Ojo-sama.
That's right, Ojo-sama, the outstandingly joyful and over-enthusiastically unbelievable Society of II and maho-nee appreciation. And of course, we can't start that without the two of them asking us a question. Take it away, maho-nee.
皆さん、お元気ですか？元気です。
All right, there we go. Our two crazy ladies are back. Again, hats off to our two crazy ladies. I'm going to take my hat off. I already have a hat off. So, one of the things that just passed us by, or passed me by, speaking of Ojo-sama, speaking of Ai and Maho, Maho had another birthday stream because her birthday's coming up. It is the 28th of May. Her birthday is, of course, June 1st. 2 days before my birthday. That's a silent cry. Yay! Just like that. Silent cheer. All right. So her birthday's on the 1st. Mine is on the 3rd. So her birthday's coming up. She had a live stream special, a special live stream on Maho channel. I wanted to watch it. I had to buy points on Nico Nico. And when I went to buy points, they weren't accepting my credit card, my form of credit card payment. Apparently, out of country cards or something, there was no portal for them. If somebody else who was out of country was able to, I'm very jealous, because I tried several times to use my card, which is interesting because there was a live stream for Maho last year. I think it was her birthday stream that I was able to use it. I was able to buy points for, I think it was like 3,000 points or something like that, to buy. Roughly about $30 that I was able to buy, and I watched the special stream, and then for some reason the payment system is either jacked up or is no longer, I don't know, maybe they had some problems with it, but I was unable to purchase the live stream, so I was very dismayed. I was very sad. Some fun pictures. Looks like they had a lot of fun. Of course, it was again, maho-nee, Ai, and Osugi, Sugiyama Satomi, who's a friend of maho-nee's from way back. They've done some shows together. It was the three of them again, having lots of fun. So I'm hoping our good friend in Southeast Asia by the name of Billy was able to watch and possibly have I don't know, some footage, some found footage of the proceedings. Maybe something I'll have to do at some point soon to take a look and see if any of that exists out there in the world. So in lieu of that, I think I'm gonna have to play the following. Oh well, it is what it is. Maybe at some point, like I said, I'll see if I can find footage of the birthday stream available somewhere. So with that takes care of the first two segments, and now let's get to some anime talk with our favorite time. Does everybody have their piece of toast in their mouth, running across campus, running around the corner, and running smack into your future wife, future girlfriend? You know how the trope works. Okay, so let's get to some anime. There's a whole bunch of anime that we had not talked about, or we started to talk briefly about in our very last episode way back in January. Things that were just starting up, things that have now ended, new things that are coming up. So I got a whole bunch that I want to cover. here. We'll talk some briefly to some and may spend a little bit more time in some others. If you guys have ones that you've been watching, or if you have been watching any of these, chime into chat, and we'll chat some more. So season 2 for a bunch of shows is coming up. I know I just saw notice for Rent a Girlfriend. Season 2 is gonna be coming up soon. I'm not sure exactly if I'm gonna check that out. I know way back I talked about watching season 1. It was okay. I don't know. I'll take a look and see it at episode 1, and if it draws me back into the story. I wasn't really sold on season 1. Some of it was a little. Anyway, I'm going to refrain from any comments at this time without getting the fuller picture. That's just me. So I may wait. I may wait on that before I say anything for that one. But that's supposed to be, I think, in July. It's either July or August. I think it's July. So season 2's been coming up, and I haven't. The last time I did not check to see how far along they were. Realist Hero started season 2, and I think they should be all done with season 2 episodes by this point. I think I started watching first episode of season 1, and I thought, okay, I'm gonna get into that point again where I'll watch the episode, and then I'll have to wait another week before the next episode. So I figure I'll wait till all of them drop, and then I'm just gonna binge the whole thing, so I don't have to do the silly waiting and going, oh crap, it's over already, I gotta wait for the next episode, which is what I've been doing recently with some other shows, but we'll get into that in just a second. So Realist Hero, Shield Hero just popped up with their season 2 in April. I think they're pretty much well into the season. I think it was early April, so by this point it's probably almost done or close to done. That's been 8 weeks already, so they should at least have 8 to 9 episodes by this point. Maybe time. I may give it another couple of episodes. I may have them finish it off to what's going to be 24, 26 episodes, and then I'll watch it and see where we go. I am curious to see where they're going to go with that. I was hearing bits and pieces on Twitter of people liking the direction they're going. There were some thoughts on how things were shaping up. But I think I'm going to wait for the whole thing to drop, and then I will go watch it. Kaguya-sama, Love is War. The first season was a lot of fun. I thought it was a lot of fun. And frustrating at times because you just want them to... there was so much hesitation and between the two of them. Just get together already and then work things out, right? Why draw it out to that extent? Or at least, do something and then something falls off or falls out of the way and they have to get back together, deal with it as play. But anyway, so season 2 is up and running. I can't remember exactly how many episodes there are. I think they're like either four episodes plus in. But I'm curious to see where they go with that, so I'm gonna have to check it out. I'll probably wait till more drop so that I can do a nice, binge, maybe binge 3 or 4 episodes at a time, and then wait for the next couple to drop. The one that I do want to watch, that I started watching, that I didn't get quite that far into because I got sidetracked with another one, was Akebi's Sailor Uniform. That looked really good. I really enjoyed. It was very pretty to look at, and I was really curious to see where they were going to go with the story on that. And I've heard some other things on Twitter that people really enjoyed it. So I think I did not get past the first episode because I got sucked into Dress Up Darling, which was a lot of fun. Come on. Who did not enjoy that? I mean, besides the fact that, the cosplay and Marin was just a kick in the pants, just the way she was teasing Goju, right? I really enjoyed it. That was another one where, much like Wotakoi, they treated the the subculture of cosplay, of Hina dolls. Aside from we get to the beginning thing where he's been made fun of because he plays with dolls, a boy playing with dolls, and the friend that he thought was his friend pretty much just kind of dropped him like a like yeah, pretty much dropped him from being a friend, and kind of traumatized him as a little kid. But then with Marin around, he kind of grows into his newfound interest in cosplay, making costumes and whatnot. Again, like Wotako, it aside from that part, it didn't treat it like as if it was something to be made fun of, like some other ones that I've seen before, when there was a sort of an otaku character. There's always the jabs at them, but in this case, it was treated very nicely, and it was very much a rom-com. It was really cute. It had a bit of Horimiya in there, which I enjoyed, which I've talked about in the past. So there was a little bit of that, a little bit of the very cute interplay between the two characters. They're very innocent in some respects, so when they get into certain situations, you just can't help but go, you realize what was going on, right? And then of course they'll turn red and shy away from everything. But because I got sucked into that, I did not quite get to finish a Kebi Sailor uniform, so I'm gonna have to rectify that situation and finish that off. So stuff that I'm watching in the meantime while I'm trying to watch other things. So first of all, if you're not following this right now, you should be. Spy Family. You must watch this. I know. I think there's 8. It's either 8 or 9 episodes in right now. I think the new episode just dropped today, and this is one that again. I think it looks like every season there's always one where I say, okay, I'm not going to watch every week. I'm going to wait till a couple episodes have dropped, 2 or 3, and then watch, so that there's something for me to watch coming up. No. I watch the first episode and I say, oh crap, I just watched it. I have to wait a week for the next episode to drop. And I keep telling myself, well, I'll skip a week, not watch episode 2, wait till episode 3 comes up so that I can watch 2 and 3. No. I watch episode 2 and then think, oh crap, I did it again. Every single freaking time. So I've been doing that with that one. Spy Family, you have to watch it. These 3, Lloyd, Yor, and Anya. Especially Anya. Anya's a cutie. She is hilarious. She's freaking hilarious. She's just cute. So watch it. Go check it out. It's a lot of fun. Very, there's a little bit of espionage, a little spy, a little fighting. Some comedy. It's really cool. Go check it out. I think I don't know how many volumes of the manga are out. I think the manga came first, or is adapted from a manga. And I'd heard about Spy Family last year. Somebody on Twitter had mentioned it, and I thought, oh, that sounds kind of interesting. And then lo and behold, there's an anime. So when the anime did get produced and was released, I thought, hey, I may eventually check out the manga. Although I think there are already some people who have read the manga before the anime came out, or are reading it now, or are reading it because of the anime. And Breeze, I think I was talking to, or I think it was not talking to, following May. I think May, and if she hears this or she finds out, she can correct me if I'm wrong. I think May started reading the manga after watching the show. Or when she started watching the show, she went ahead and bought a couple volumes of the manga, or however many volumes there are. And I think she just read through the entire thing, or is up to a certain point in the manga, beyond what they have now, or something like that. But anyway, or maybe she was talking about Demon Slayer, Kimetsu no Yaiba. I can't remember now. She was talking about something about reading after she'd watched the show, or while she was watching the show, she was reading the manga further on. Anyway, I know there are people who do that online. So if you're one of those and you've read the manga, don't tell us what happens next. I think somebody was doing that with Way of the House Husband. Hi! Speaking of May, hey guys, May is in the house. Everybody else is in the house right now. May's in the house. Stuka's here. Jay, Vic is here. The anime weeb. Welcome everybody. I guess I didn't welcome you guys. Welcome to the chat. My apologies. Amber's here. Hi. No worries, May. May, I was just talking about you. Hello, Amber. Hey guys. Hi, Abner and everyone. Guys, Amber is here as well. You guys know everybody pretty much now. May, I just happened to be mentioning, and then you show up. Go figure. That I think it was you who had mentioned that at some point, somewhere on Twitter, I think it was you who had said that you started watching Spy Family and then you went and picked up the manga, or were you talking about Demon Slayer, where you'd watched you started watching the show and then you went ahead and read the manga? I think is that right? Did I hear that right? I think it was you. Is you or somebody else on Twitter had said they started watching Spy Family and then went and bought the manga to see where they were going to go with that. It was either you or somebody else. Maybe it was somebody else. I now I can't remember who it was, but yeah, if you're catching this, let me know if it was you. And yeah, I was just talking about Spy Family. If you guys aren't watching it right now, go watch it. Check it out. It's on. Yeah. Okay. All right. Okay. So it was you. I could have sworn it had to be May, because I think you were talking about at least from Demon Slayer, one of the new arcs. They were coming up in the anime, and you had already read it. So yeah. So it was you. Okay. I wasn't imagining things. So yeah. So Spy Family, again, check it out. I am having so much fun watching this show. I'm really curious to see where they go with what's going on. I want to see more of Anya's powers. I mean, she has powers. Yes, I'll drop that right now, but I won't give any more. She has powers, and the way they manifest themselves I think is hilarious and cute, especially for somebody she's what, 8 or 9 years old, supposed to be 8 or 9 years old, but anyway, it's a lot of fun. And I believe a new episode just dropped today. This is on Crunchyroll, so go check it out if you guys have Crunchyroll or whatever venue you guys use to watch your anime. And incidentally, speaking of Crunchyroll and speaking of anime, if you guys hadn't already heard, Funimation is now Crunchyroll, or at least the majority of their catalog is now on Crunchyroll. I think the idea or the concept is everything that's already aired is being moved into the Crunchyroll library, and everything that's airing now is still on Funimation, something like that, or they're doing simulcasting, simultaneous, whatever it was. But I'm still looking for other shows that were on Funimation to get moved to Crunchyroll, like High School Fleet. Speaking of High School Fleet, I think I was talking to Amber. Tri-Sail, right? They sang the OP for High School Fleet, and I thought, hey, this is a really cool song. Who's this group, Tri-Sail? And then next thing I know, there's Amber linking to something that Tri-Sail was doing, and I'm going, wait a second, I know these people. So, everything comes around, right? Everything's all connected. It is all that. So thank you, Amber, for reminding me about Tri-Sail, and yes, the song is fun, and I did enjoy. I want to check more of. Yes. I speaking of Stuka, I just rewatched High School Fleet. I forgot how much fun it was, and I forgot the whole mystery with the virus and all that. So yeah, and I think I know you love High School Fleet, because didn't they do something with World of Warships? Was it High School Fleet or the other one? What's that? Not Azure one. What's the I'm blanking on the the name of the show. It's the one where the ships are alive. I'm sure it'll come to me. Was it that one, or did they also do High School Fleet for that? Because some of the markings on the ships reminded me of but I'm less than pleased with this Funimation catalog thing. Yeah, it's kind of weird which ones are crossing over and which ones are not. And anyway, Realist Hero I think right now is still on Funny. Arpeggio, that's right. Thank you, Arpeggio Blue Steel. That was another fun one. I really enjoyed Arpeggio, and yeah, I just rewatched High School Fleet, so I had fun with the OP. Thank you again, Amber. And speaking of Amber again, and thank you. It's Amber, and I think May is also getting in on this now. One of the other shows that I want to talk about briefly here that and I gotta say, I went back to this because previously I did not realize that I had already seen it. Way back when I was starting to watch lots of idol anime, I had come across Wake Up Girls before I got to Bandori. So I'd seen Wake Up Girl. I watched Wake Up Girls, Love Live, School Lighter Project, the first one, Love Live, the second one, Sunshine. And then somewhere in there before Superstar and everything else, and Nijigasaki, which, as it happens, I'm watching now. I'll get to that in just a second. But this one, I didn't realize that I had watched Idolmaster. And it wasn't Idolmaster, it was Idolmaster Cinderella Girls. Until somewhere down the line, I think Amber was talking about Idolmaster Million Live. And I didn't realize that Aimi was playing one of the characters, and I guess she had cut her hair to look like the character. And I guess Million Live is a video game right now, not an anime, but they've done a lot of live shows already. So, again, I have to thank you for that, for reminding me, oh yeah, there's Cinderella Girls. I should go watch that. It could be fun. Now, the thing is, I didn't know that Crunchyroll had done this in the past, or somewhere in the past, Crunchyroll had put in a system where by which shows that you had already watched, when you go to look at the catalog, the list of shows or the list of episodes, they'll tell you, oh, you've watched this one, or 10 minutes left watching this one. And I didn't realize I had seen it before, but when I went back to look at the list of episodes, every single one, I think there's like 26 of them, every single one of them had watched. And I'm thinking, have I seen this before? Apparently I had, because I had seen the entire show. I started to rewatch it, and I thought, oh yeah, some of this looks a little familiar, but not quite. It was one of those where it feels like deja vu, because I think I know what's going to happen next, but it's not. It's not what I thought it was. I have no idea. I have no explanation for that. But so now I'm watching it, and apparently I'm going to be educated in the ways of Million Live. Thank you, Amber. Please, we'll talk later. Offline with regard to that. So that was another one that I'm in the middle of watching, Cinderella Girls. I think I'm about 8 episodes into that show, and apparently Miku Kokoron is also in Million Live, so that's more fun to check out, and hoping I get to somehow find footage of the lives, because apparently they're a lot of fun. And I don't know about the video game, if it's available. I'm guessing it's available on your mobile device, so I'm gonna have to check that out and see what's involved there. So back to Love Live. Having gone through Superstar, I went and picked up on Nijigasaki, because I think I'd seen the first 4 episodes, got distracted with everything else that I've been watching, and so I've gone back. I finished season 1, and I think it was at the end of season 1, or just into... No, I think it was at the end of season 1 that there was a surprise, because one of the characters, while they were talking, sounded like, and it turns out to be Aimi. And it was at the end, I think it was at the end of episode 12 of season 1 into season 2 of Nijigasaki, when they introduced some other characters. I'm sitting there going, wait a second, is that Aimi? And then it was, of course, I think... I do believe it's got to be both May and Amber were talking about it on Twitter, and I thought, oh, hey, I know exactly what they're talking about. So there, you guys are back again. You guys are back in the mix again. So that's another one. Also, Uma Musume Pretty Derby finally finished it. Again, had not put it aside, but stopped watching because I got caught up with everything else. Finally finished it. I'm now on season 2, where it's Teo's turn to be the lead character and not so much Spechan. So I'm kind of curious to see where they go with this, because she's following the high school president, Kaicho. So Aimi in Love Live. I know exactly. I mean, not only has she gone into non-idol territory with Bokurema, you know, she's playing a high school college student, and then becomes a winged was it the dragon kind in Realist Hero, because she's the daughter of the Air Force general in that one, where they kind of look like demons, but I don't think they're demon necessarily, but they're winged creature demi-humans. So she's in there. She's in an isekai technically, and I get, can you call Bokurema? No, it's not an isekai because it's not another world. It's the same world, just a time travel. She's in a time travel one. So she's in that one, and then now she's into she's in Love Live. And can we no, I guess that wouldn't count as an idol necessarily, right? Milky Holmes, I mean, they did do live shows and performed, but I don't think they can consider that technically idol if you go by the strict definition of idol anime. So would they be, they're sort of a magical, not really a magical girl either. Has she done any magical girls that does Buddy Fight count? That's the card game. That's like card fight Vanguard, right? Wasn't she a character in that one too? I could have sworn I was reading somewhere. It's another one of those, you know, you play cards and the whole tournament thing. Buddy Fight, I think, is another card game. Yeah, in fact, I've got, Buddy Fight. These things, because I've got a card. That was actually from IICD. That came in. There were 2 of them. I think she was a character in one of those no magical girl roles. Well, there's always time, right? Right, May? One of these, she'll end up in a magical girl role. I wouldn't be surprised, or at least something close to that. So Nijigasaki, she's a school idol in that one. I'm not sure when her character shows up. I think I've only watched the first couple of episodes of season 2. So, and I think they're still dropping, so I've got a lot to watch. So I'm looking forward to that. Let's see what else. So Uma Musume Pretty Derby season 2, Teo is which I think is, correct me if I'm wrong, I'm gonna have to look this up, but isn't Teo played by Machiko? Because she was just popping up on my YouTube for a couple of things, and I thought, hey, wait a second, she's both idols in 2 of her characters in Van. Oh, okay, there we go. All right, she's idol in Vanguard too. Okay, excellent. She was also in Vanguard. Okay, because I remember reading somewhere she'd done Buddy Fight, which is a sort of card game fighting thing. Anyway, so she's in Vanguard as well. And you know who else was in Vanguard? But of course you knew that, right? In fact, she does. She sings the theme song for one of the episode arcs. I think middle arc of one of the episodes. I think it's like a 9-episode arc. She sings the theme song for that. Anyway, but yeah. So more things to catch up on. So Uma Musume, watching season 2. I'm really curious to see where they go with Teo's story, because it's sort of Spechan and everybody and Spica in there are there, and she's also Team Spica. But it keeps, I think it flips at the first episode. It goes back to before Spechan shows up, and it was when she first meets Gold Ship way right? When she first meets, yeah, I think if she first meets Goldship and the president way back, and she's still a little horse, a little baby Uma Musme. Is that a little? She's still a little horse girl, wanting to be one of the best horse girls in Japan, and so on. Okay, so we've got that. The other one. Oh yes. Komi Can't Communicate. Komi Can't Communicate is also in season 2 on Netflix. And I think this is another one where I'm waiting for more episodes to drop, because when I found out about it, I think there were only 1 or 2 episodes there. And again, I don't want to get caught in watching 2 of them and then not having any more to watch, which is what I'm doing for all the other ones. For the most part, I think I'm cycling through. There's enough lead time where at least 2 or 3 of them have dropped, and I can watch those while waiting for the other ones. It's a whole process. I'm sure you guys do the same thing, or I just sit there and go, damn it, I gotta wait another week. Especially for Spy Family, I gotta wait another week because I just went and watched the most recent episode. So I'm holding my tongue, or holding off on Komi for more to drop before I get into that. The other ones that I'm looking at, Q is actually kind of fun. They're continuing the season. I think there's like 18 episodes now, 18 or 19 episodes. I'm really enjoying it. I'm having a lot more fun on this one than the previous voice actor one. I think it was called SHIYOU's Life. For some reason, I watched that and it was okay. I really didn't get into it too much. I'm enjoying this one. I think I'm enjoying the characters a little more. Something about them just kind of clicked with me, and I'm liking the groups of characters that they've got. There's four groups of gals. Some of them there's a couple trios, there's a couple of quartets, and they're all doing their own voice actor SHIYOU type of stuff. A couple of them have formed into an idol unit, which is kind of fun. So there's a little bit of that. But for the most part, they're doing a lot of SHIYOU type things, and I'm enjoying it a lot more. So I'm looking forward to additional episodes for Q that are still dropping. Shikimori is not just a cutie; is a lot of fun because it's sort of at least I think it inverts the whole girlfriend, boyfriend, high school girlfriend, boyfriends, because the guy is just has the worst case of bad luck, and she's pretty much the one who saves the day every single time. I mean, I don't know exactly how much bad luck a guy can run into, but our boy here in Shikimori is got the worst. I mean, if anything's gonna go wrong when he walks out the door, I'm surprised he hasn't been hit by a truck, by Truck Chan, and then ended up in in an isekai. I mean, that's the last thing that I'm thinking is going to happen to our boy here. But it's another cute one. She ends up saving the day, and she's really, it's one of those where, yeah, we love Shikimori, right? Isn't she cool? I mean, it just tells you right there in the OP when she leans in toward him and he thinks, oh, she's going to kiss her. No, I just saved your head from getting bashed in by a baseball because I grabbed it out the window, right? She's just, she just kicks butt. So anyway, I'm enjoying that one too. So that's a lot of fun. Aharin-san is another cute one where, I don't know, but these two are just weird because he's trying to do everything that's right. She doesn't communicate very well, and she can only communicate when she's really up close, and apparently she can't put lip balm on, or none of them can put lip balm on. How hard is it to put lip balm? Come on, really? She ends up basically painting her face in lip balm, but it is an anime, so we get yours. It's because she You know what, Stuka? I think you're right. Yeah, okay. I guess it's a limited on. Yeah, but you're probably right. I think the truck comes in to hit him, and then she steps in the way, and you know, it's that whole thing where the truck basically wraps itself around her, and the guy driving the truck ends up in an isekai because he dies. She saves the day. Nothing happens to her because she's pretty much Superman, right? She's Eiko in Project Eiko. If you know what I'm talking about, then yeah, you know what's going on. Yeah, she takes the truck down, probably ripped it in half, killed the guy, right? Oh, credit to Jay, go Jay for the truck comment. Yeah, you're probably right. That's I didn't even think about it. Yeah, Shikamaru just took the truck down. Oh my god, that's hilarious. Yeah, but I mean, I to a point you gotta wonder everything else that's happening to him. How come he hasn't been killed by a truck and sent to an isekai? Or it's kind of like My Love Story, right? Where the big steel girder comes dropping down. It's gonna smash him, but Shikamaru just grabs it and holds it up, and he escapes by the skin of his teeth. Yeah, exactly. Which I also just started rewatching a little bit. It's a cute one. If you haven't seen My Love Story, it's on Crunchyroll. Check it out. It's really cute. Let's see here. So Aharon-san, yeah, I'm really curious to see where these two go. It's kind of a cute one. It's a cute little one because she doesn't talk very loud, and when she does talk, it's like straight in his face. And it's like, oh my god, it's cute in its own way. That one. Okay, the other one that I'm enjoying right now, and I'm holding off watching more episodes because I just want to keep it going. Healer Girl. May, I know you're watching Healer Girl. Healer Girl, oh my god. One reason it popped up in my queue, or on Crunchyroll as one of the recommended ones, and I wasn't sure about it. It looked kind of hokey just from this again, don't judge a book by its cover. I saw the artwork and I was like, I'm not sure about this. And then I think it was one of the anime Twitter feeds that I was following. Somebody, it was either a review about it that said exactly that emoji, May. Exactly that emoji. Somebody said that they weren't expecting it to turn into a Disney musical, and I thought, what does that mean? So I watched the first episode. Oh my god, I love it. It's very much a music. It's like very much. It's essentially 20-minute musical for the most part, like a classic stage musical where if you're a fan of musicals, especially the classic musicals, it has very much that kind of aesthetic, and I love that they're able to incorporate that type of song in the show. I mean, it's basically there's one scene, and I think it's in the second or third episode, where they're talking about cleaning the library or something, or what it is that they do during the day. And it's at the very beginning of the show, and it pretty much plays like an opening of a musical, and I'm just enjoying the hell out of it. Oh, definitely underrated gem. I don't know if it's for everybody because of that aspect, but I'm really liking it. I'm enjoying it, and I want to see some more of it. Plus, they've got a really cool song in the OP, which I think I sent a link to May. There's a YouTube sort of a acoustic version. It's really piano accompaniment and just the four leads singing. Not so much a cappella. No, actually, a cappella, slightly accompanied by piano. But anyway, check it out. It's not full instrumental backing, but I think it's just the piano, and it sounds really cool the way they harmonize and the just the sound from the four girls. I'm enjoying it. Yes, Amber, take a note. Go check it out. Healer Girl is so much fun, especially when they get into old school musical sections. And I'm really enjoying. I want to see where they go with this. I like the idea. Basically, Healer Girls are about these four girls who are taking training to become healers, in that they use song to heal people. So I guess in this particular world, or in this iteration of modern Japan, there are people who have powers such that when they sing, they can heal people of ailments or sickness, or in one such case, they're able to help out during a surgery. So just the two of them are able to sing and either help people feel at ease or help the patient feel at ease, and they have such powers that they can actually heal somebody from, you know, either something life-threatening or an ailment of some sort, whether it's a cut or, you know, something health-related. It's really an interesting concept, and the fact that they're basically, every episode is a musical. I've already said this before. I'm liking it. I'm liking it. Speaking of shows that are musicals in which they're actually singing in a musical like a musical theater style, I was really thinking that when I first watched it, and I think I'd mentioned this before, I'd mentioned it before. Review Starlight is basically stage girls fighting and singing as they fight. I like the anime. I mean, it was a good anime. I enjoyed it. I liked the characters. One of the things I didn't really, and I thought they could have done better, at least in the anime itself, was when the girls fight, they have reviews and they basically fight each other to see who's the best stage girl, and it's a big audition and they fight. There was a lot of it that I thought and I'm gonna have to go back and rewatch it, because from what I remember, the last time I watched it was that there was a lot of dialogue in between the singing, and so I thought it drowned out the singing more than, you know, there would be a lot of dialogue, the two of them, you know, going back and forth on each other, and there's music and singing behind it. They're singing the songs in the review. I actually liked what they did on the stage production better, when they were singing and then they'd stop to talk and then sing, or there was a full song where there was, you know, the combat in between. I may have to rewatch it again. I could have thought of it something differently, and but in terms of that one, I think I liked the stage production. And in this case, by stage production, I mean Review Starlight number 2, live number 2 transition. I saw the first one. It's okay. I like the second one better. And I want to see the new ones, because they've got additional schools that are coming to watch, and I don't know that. I've only seen bits and pieces that they've shown on YouTube from like little selections of it. But anyway, in terms of a musical show, I really like Healer Girl, so that's another one to take a look at. Spy Family, Healer Girl, and I'm sure most of you are already watching Q, Nijigasaki, Idolmaster. Amber, I'll be talking to you some more about Idolmaster Million live. I want to go and watch Akebi's Sailor Uniform and finish that off, because I stopped watching it. What's the other one? So these two are some isekai shows. One of those ones where they just they were interesting enough for me to, I want to see where they go with this. I'm enjoying them to a certain extent, just because I like that sort of thing. So the first one is Skeleton Knight. It's kind of fun. I mean, it started off a little disturbing. I know that I think the first episode has a disclaimer on it. Some viewers may find certain scenes disturbing. I don't know that they needed to go in that direction for that. In hindsight, they could have done a different way. I don't know what kind of what their intent was, or what kind of reaction they were hoping to get. I personally don't think they needed to have done that, but it did happen. The rest of the show is a little more lighthearted. Not lighthearted, like haha lighthearted, but it doesn't take itself too seriously. There's a little bit of serious. things going on. A little bit of comedy here, not too much. It's interesting. I want to see where they go with the character of Ark. The other one, which I thought was interesting in terms of the type of isekai, is called Trapped in a Dating Sim. And it's got a longer title. So basically, this guy dies while playing a dating sim because his sister didn't want to play it, wanted him to conquer the entire game and tell him what happens. So he's in the middle of the game playing it. He falls down some steps, dies, and ends up in the game, in this dating simulator. He knows exactly what's going to happen, but he doesn't want to take part in the main game. I guess he wants to be just a mob character, so a background character who doesn't do anything, and yet the entire show is him getting sucked into the lives of these the main characters in the game and having to deal with them, and all the while he just wants to be in the background. So I'm kind of curious to see exactly where they go, because he's turning out to be one of those characters, much like the same as Wise Man's grandson, where he's extremely overpowered just because he has all these abilities that he picks up and doesn't know that he picks up. Like he starts off as a backcountry son of a backcountry baron and ends up becoming rich and like almost an OP warrior in the game, because he basically kicks everybody else's butt. So he's one of those characters. He's kind of like Maple in Bofuri, not really realizing to what extent his abilities have taken him. And speaking of which, Bofuri's supposed to have a season 2, so that's another one to look forward to. And I'm not quite sure exactly when it's supposed to be. I think last I heard it was sometime this summer or maybe end of summer. But I'm really looking forward to it because I want to see what other kind of mischief Maple gets into, and her turtle Kami, and everybody else in Maple Tree, in the Maple Tree Guild. Just what kind of crap they're gonna get into, and just how much more overpowered she can be. So really looking forward to that one in terms of an isekai. I've gone down a wrong train, but anyway. Trapped in a dating sim. He just wants to be background character, and he keeps getting sucked into the lives and shenanigans of the other characters in the game. So I'm kind of curious to see where they're going to go with that. So looking forward to some more episodes of that. There's trying to see if there's a couple more. Talked about that. Another one that looked kind of interesting, and I'm not sure why I started watching it. I think I just happened to click on it. I know why. So if any of you have High Dive, their main screen usually has a list of sort of recommended shows that will play across the screen. So you'll get check this out, and then it'll 10 seconds later it's flipped to another one. And I think it had flipped up there, and Bang Dream was on there, and I was about to click on it and I missed it, and I think I ended up clicking on a show called Ya Boy Kongming, and I thought, okay, what is this interesting thing, because it looked really interesting from the first episode. So basically the premise is that a strategist from, I think it's the Han Dynasty in China, military strategist, dies during a prolonged siege or incident, and he's hoping he gets reincarnated in a different world, ends up in 20th century Japan in Shibuya, and becomes the tactical strategist for a young girl who's trying to make her way in the music world. So, see how that grabs you. I think there's about 4 or 5 episodes right now, and basically he ends up helping her out in her career as a vocalist. And so far we've had him go to a music festival and get involved in a rap battle. That's right, I said a rap battle. So there's some rapping. There's a Japanese rap star, couple Japanese rap stars. I don't know whether they are or not, but there's a sort of and the rapper in question made me think of Eminem in 8 Mile, that kind of storyline there. And he's one of the characters. It's an interesting show. I'm really curious to see where they go with this. I like the main character and watching her journey as an idol. Again, we're back to the idols because apparently I'm not getting enough of girls who sing. I've already watched Bang Dream. I think I'm on my, let's see, season 1 is now on rewatch number 20. Season 2 is on rewatch 8, and season 3 is on rewatch 5. And I've done an interesting thing of rewatching, especially season 3, because I haven't done a full rewatch from episode 1 through 13. What I've done is watched because I like this episode. I like episode 8, the onsen episode. Just because it's so much fun. I think that's one of the few episodes where they get everybody out of the entire crew of bands in one place, and just shenanigans ensue. They have a drummer's rap session in there. Yukina gets stays too long in the in the baths and ends up thinking, I must be hallucinating because I see a bear. It's Michelle. Arisa does the same thing, falls into, stays too long and basically passes out in the bath. Saved luckily by Eve because she's doing her Bushido training, and it's just shenanigans, basically shenanigans. Of course, we don't get any Pario because she's 3 hours away, and as we all know, Choo-Choo doesn't like taking baths. So anyway, I'll start there, or I'll go from episode 7 into episode 8, and then I'll watch from there all the way to the end, because I've been enjoying the journey that Roz takes, especially the whole breakdown with Pario and Choo-Choo into episode, so that's episode 9, 10, when Pario's gone, or there is no Pario anymore, and then into the when the contest finishes up and everybody's at Budokan at the end, and that's just makes you feel, gives you the feels, because if you've seen what happens in Poppin' Dream, which I hope at some point comes out, because that takes place immediately after the Budokan performance at the end of 13, and has them end up in, I think they end up going to Guam, and more shenanigans ensue there. And I think, is it right? Did I hear that right? Morphonica is one of the other group that shows up with them. Anyway, somebody may, yes, yes, it's a lot of fun. I haven't seen the latest. I think there's 2 episodes that I gotta watch, or at least 1 episode that I gotta watch, and so I gotta check that out. Yeah, so yes, I'm exactly, ma'am. I'm still waiting for the same thing. I hope they release the DVDs. Speaking of DVDs, the other one that I failed to mention for Bang Dream, I do believe the second live, the second animated live is supposed to be coming out. Is it this month or next month? I think the Blu-ray is supposed to be coming out. The second live. I think it's supposed to be July. I thought I saw something pop up on Twitter about that. I may be missing it right now, but anyway, yeah. So I'm looking forward to that. So I've got the 3 seasons, and then the first live. And it is Roz. Okay, yeah. So Monica goes to. Monica is Morphonica. So Monica goes to Guam with Poppy and Roz, right? So that one. So yeah, the second live, film live. Yes, it is July. Okay, film live comes out in July. Man, I'm gonna go broke again. First of all, I'm gonna shell out $300 for film live second stage. So that's supposed to be in July because I've got the first one. That was a lot of fun. So second one, I'm gonna have to pick that up, and then I already have episode of Roselia. I've got, so I need to pick up the 4-volume set or the 4-day box set for 9th Live, and then see the other thing that I wanted to get to was I think there is a Blu-ray from. Oh yeah, the Blu-ray version of Wall, Roselia's Wall, has Flam and Wasser on Blu-ray, I believe, in that set. So if I think I can find that, and I think I found it on CD Japan for $80. I think I'm gonna have to double check. I bookmarked it, so I wanted to get that because I was telling the story to Amber. I happened to. I had seen something on YouTube that they were going to be showing a special broadcast of Wasser, the Roselia concert, which is I think day 2 of that 2-day thing, at 2 in.the morning on one particular day. And I thought, well, if I get a chance, I'd love to watch that. I was supposed to set the reminder, or supposed to set alarm. I had set a reminder. And I think that night I completely forgot about it. Went to bed early because I had to get up early. Woke up in the middle of the night going, I wonder why I'm awake. And my phone, I told Amber this. My phone did this little chirp thing, and I'm going, oh, what's that? There's a little notification light. Oh, Roselia's on. Great. I happen to be awake. I'm just gonna watch now. Watch for an hour and I think it's almost 2 hours, and then I have to get up in 2 hours. I'm gonna take a nap. No. Yeah, so that's what I do. Besides, aside from not getting enough sleep because I'm up in the middle of the night watching Bandori, or in this case Roselia, or in this case I. No comment. And then I have to get up early. I have to get up in 2 hours to go to work. That's a lot of fun. But anyway, why not? Because it's, that's one reason why I wake up at 4 in.the morning to catch, one of the. A truly devoted, or I'm crazy. That could be another thing. But it's the whole time zone thing. At some point, it'll work itself out. So that's what I think that was. It was it this week, or maybe was it early this week or last week? I think it was last week when Wasser was on at 2 in.the morning, and of course I get up early to try and catch as much as I can of Bandori TV Live, which airs at about 6 a.m. Pacific time, which I think it's 10 o'clock Japan time, I think. That's what I do. So hopefully get to see Poppin' Dream because it takes off right after the Budokan performance. So that's been the rewatch that I've done. Again, and also I rewatched the High School Fleet, which we talked about earlier, and now I'm really curious to see more of Tri-Sales videos, which I found them on YouTube. So I'll be watching a lot more of that. They were just fun music, and I enjoyed the show. The other one that I was going to mention and now I just completely blanked on. Well, that happens. Too many things in one ear, out the other. So let's see. Yeah, Blu-ray comes out in July. That'll be. I'll get that on the list. Hopefully, it'll still be available at some point, and I can pick it up. Or it may, price might drop. I think that's how I ended up getting the first film live. Was it originally had been selling at something like $40, and then it suddenly went on sale. I waited enough, and I got it for half that. It was a 40, and then I got it for $20. It was on sale. Plus, I had a coupon or something like that, and I was able to get season 3 and the first film live for fairly cheap. So yay me! There we go. There was some fun with waiting. So yeah, I'm really tempted to. Yeah, I'm really tempted to find that, to get both the box set and the Blu-ray version of Vol, because it has the DVD in there for Wasser and Flamme. It's German again. I'm figuring it out. Oh, speaking of which, those of you who are watching Cinderella Girls, Amber, you, since somebody else might know, but I think you've probably already seen it. Is it just me, or maybe it is just me, or am I seeing too much Bandori in the Cinderella Girls? Because Ranko goes solo. She's goth. She completely reminds me of like a one-man Roselia, and even that the first album starts with Rosen in the title. So I don't know. Maybe I'm seeing Roselia everywhere. Maybe I'm seeing Bandori everywhere. Because the decoration makes me think of Hello Happy World. It could just be me. I could just be putting Bandori on everything that I see. Maybe I'll even find a Bandori element in Healer Girls. Who knows? But anyway, okay. So, do I have anything else? Are you guys watching anything in chat? Folks in chat, are you guys watching anything that I should be watching that I haven't mentioned yet? I'm trying to look at my list here and seeing if there's anything out there. Yeah, I'll get to Realist Hero, Shield Hero, the Two Heroes, and Kaguya-sama at some point. Yeah, I think I'll wait till the majority of them drop, and then I'll watch, especially Realist Hero. Excuse me, one sec. Get some water. Okay, I'm thinking my throat's starting to run dry. I think I've talked myself hoarse. No, not hoarse, but I've talked myself enough for tonight's stream. And I think we're going to call it a night. Thank you guys for coming on out to the stream. There'll be more. I will let you know when the next stream is. I've got a weird schedule coming in June where I'm going to be working a couple of 10-hour shifts. So I got to figure out when the best time for me to stream next is. So I will leave you guys know. It may be until later in the month. It may be at some point. I'll find out within the next week or so, and I can let you guys know. Lots of anime to be watching. I think there's a whole bunch of new shows that are coming up that I'd mentioned, and then the ones that I have not yet seen I want to talk about for next time. So having said that, thanks you guys for coming out. There's one last word that will go, and then we'll take it to the next part. Okay? So Somebody's got something to say. What was that again?
時間あるな。寝よう。
Yeah, well, I'm not going to pass out in the middle of stream, much like she did. But anyway, thanks you guys for coming out. I hope you guys will come up to the next stream. I will let you guys know exactly when that is. In the meantime, go catch all the shows that I've been talking about. Catch some more that I have not yet talked about. Find some. Let me know something to watch. Amber, I will be in touch to talk about Million Live probably after this. So thanks again, you guys, for coming out. Amber, May, Jay, Stuka, thanks you guys. Vic, thank you for coming out. Didn't hear much from you, but hopefully you've got some fun things to tell us about next time you show up. You guys, everybody, have a good night, and we'll see you next time. And off we go.